Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we have got loads to talk about today, as it seems that today is a bit of a dark day. The president has been killed. That's right, Super Earth has now got no president. The Illuminate fleet strength is depleted down to borderline nothing. Review bombs are coming out of absolutely nowhere, and the community is in a really weird position. So we're going to give you guys all of the information you need to know today. With that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, GamerSupps, the company that offer esports athletes and gamers with the most effective and healthy energy drink option compared to those tinned alternatives that we're all used to. And we now have an EU and Australian store, which you can get a free shaker if you order as of tomorrow from the EU or Australian store. So links in the description. Use code CloudPlays at checkout for a cheeky discount. And we're still doing the giveaway for super credits. We're announcing it tomorrow. At some point in this video, there will be an emoji on screen. Make sure you keep an eye out for it. If you pop that emoji in the comment section, it'll enter you in and we'll announce it tomorrow. With that being said, let's dive into the game and see what it is that's happening right now. Now, literally at the point of upload, naturally, Arrowhead have updated a patch review for the stratagem listing. Right here, we can clearly see that Mitchmus has put up a patch for 01.003.004. Now, in this, there is actually a fix for the fast input of stratagem commands not working correctly. So fingers crossed, once you update your game, you should now have a better outcome from that, meaning that they've actually fixed probably the most annoying bug that was in the game at this moment in time. So go ahead and enjoy that, and fingers crossed nothing's happening that's wrong with it. Let me know in the comment section if you're still having problems. Let's move into the video. So there has been a lot happening in the last 24 hours. The Helldivers community has been on a rampant spree, and the Galactic War map is looking redonkulous with some huge news that we can see on screen. So as of right now, we've got one major order to hold Super Earth when the order expires, and it seems that we have now lost the other one. We've managed to actually complete it, but we'll get into that in just a second. When we take a look at the dispatch notes right here, we can see that the President KIA, also known as killed in action, the president of Super Earth, has been killed in action by the Illuminate during the siege of Prosperity City. The president died heroically defending the presidential security bunker with only a pistol against wave of Illuminate foes. Presidential authority has been placed in the Minister of Defense. This is absolutely huge because we want to divert your eyes over to something which is massive in the previous schemes of the game, meaning that we are now looking for a new president. Will we have a presidential election? We'll have to wait and see. Who is it that will be put forward and how will it be implicated into the game? The fact that the president is gone does mean that we open up to a new storyline in that narrative. So I'm really excited. Let me know in the comment section exactly what you guys are thinking about this and who you think it is that are going to be the new presidential elects coming forward inside of the game. We obviously have to hold Super Earth to be able to do this, but let's see what else is going on. Now, as we can see right here, we have got the malware transmitted, which was the second major order. Satellites on Fort Union have successfully transmitted civilian created malware to the Illuminate fleet, resulting in the destruction of multiple large spacecraft. The Illuminate fleet has suffered 5% damage as a result. The unnamed technician who developed the code has been given a field promotion to command of the 405th Cyberware Detachment. Now, this is absolutely huge because, as you can see on screen, right at the top, the Illuminate fleet is now depleted down to absolutely nothing, meaning that we have nearly fought back against the Illuminate, and we still have 1 day remaining on the major order, which means that we may well have time to actually secure this. There is one final one that states right here that the Illuminate nearing defeat. The Illuminate are taking heavy losses. Intel reports their fleet strength is rapidly dwindling. They will soon be forced to abandon the assault. These are the battle's final hours. The enemies will push with the entirety of their strength. Hold the line. This is absolutely huge because it means we're now in the final 24 hours of the attack on Super Earth, and this can lead into some absolutely incredible things moving forward. What this means, we have no idea. We'll have to wait and see what happens after the next 24 hours. Moving into the weekend is going to be an interesting one for sure, but enjoy your time on Super Earth, as I don't actually know whether we're going to have much more time left on it. We'll see exactly how that one pans out, because the mega cities right now are probably the more enjoyable content at the moment. When they do eventually disappear, what is it we're going to be left with? The standard stuff indeed. In other news, though, there does seem to be a massive issue happening with the community right now, as this has probably been the most serious case for quite some time. You can see on this Reddit post right here, you can state you cannot possibly be serious. And on that post is the customer reviews for Helldivers 2. Now, yes, that red bar is a massive array of downvotes, and this is really bad. These are all bad reviews. Now, I have no idea why, but the next post on it states the following. My positive review process is stuck at 99.738%. Do you have any clues? Alright, back to the point. The flood of negative reviews essentially boils down to the officials failing to meet player expectation and their inaction on bugs. This is what you deserve. This is bonkers, with a load of people saying good reviews are loading 99%, but they're not actually equivalent yet. This is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Essentially, what it was that we are looking for inside of this game is progression. We receive progression with weapon customization. This is now giving you guys a bit more of a purpose, and you can now level up and have some endgame progression to your cycle. The fact that people are downvoting this based on quote-unquote player expectation, for me personally, is absolutely absurd. The game has seen more players inside of the game now than we have seen for a very long time, of spikes up to nearly 200,000 just still at the moment, and we've not had any releases now for a good week or so. For Helldivers, those numbers are absolutely incredible, and the fact that the community are acting this way is absolutely ridiculous. There is absolutely no indication really to state what it is that they're looking for and what they want, and this is bonkers. We actually had a comment go up on Discord from somebody messaging Yusuf stating, I don't mean to bother, but I want to vent on something. Is this all the Illuminate has to offer? Then I'm a bit disappointed. I mean, with the endless days of downing voteless and overseers, hoping to one day see what they have up their sleeves, and since we're nearing the end of the Battle of Super Earth, it's still the same. No desperate moves from the squids or anything, just more pressure on the attacks, that's it. Now, bafflingly, Yusuf actually responded to this, and now I don't agree with the fact that he responded to it, because I think that actually it's absolutely absurd that the comment was even made. Yusuf states right here, there will be more in the future. We are aware of the amount of gaps we will have to fill, and with bigger and bigger features coming in, the amount of gaps will increase. We are doing our best in trying to deliver quality over quantity in this regard, and every new piece of work getting more complex in exciting ways, which also means it has to cook for longer for us to make sure it plays nicely. This is the nature of game development. Always an ever-evolving beast, growing expectations for every step it takes. Thank you for being patient so far, and I hope we get the Illuminates and all other factions closer to what we all want from our universe sooner rather than later. Now, for me personally, this is absolutely obscene that they actually had to even warrant a message back to this, and even though the reviews are getting a little bit absurd, I'd like to hope that there is a turnaround. What I will say is, if you guys have not put a review yet and you are a Helldiver for Super Earth of a positive nature, then head over to the Steam, put a positive review, and help counteract this, because I think that actually Helldivers 2 is probably in the best position it's been in for a very long time, and I'm sure a lot of content creators would agree with me. This is absolutely obscene. Now, I genuinely am a little bit speechless on this, even though I've managed to talk about it for the last few minutes. I can't fathom how the hell this is even in a position that it's in. Now, taking this on a more positive frame, though, we have to take a look at the Reddit, where people are now looking for their next president. This post right here with 12,000 upvotes states, he'll be in our hearts forever. Dremskiy, I'm friend. Dremskiy for President, the leader we need. Now, I'd love to see if Dremskiy is actually still playing the game. If you are, man, please do reach out. I'd love to have you up on a stream sometime. It'd be absolutely hilarious. And this next one stays right here. I'll flip my table if it turns out another fleet comes out of Meridia after all this. Now, yes, we do only have a few hours remaining before the Illuminate fleet strength has been depleted to 0. So we'll see exactly how that one goes. And the likelihood is we'll be live at the same time the Illuminate fleet does deplete down to nothing. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how that one goes. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel, because we've got all of your news coming here. But let me know in the comment section, what do you think is happening next? Do you agree with these negative review bombs? And what do you think is going to happen to the next president? we have got to take a look at your top comments from the previous video where we spoke about a patch update that's looking to be coming very, very soon. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a good watch. But your top comments right here is the following. Kale states, 1 minute 14, the DSS killed me more than the squids did yesterday. Now, yes, actually, it does seem to be the case that the latest iteration of the Eagle blockade on Super Earth itself doesn't really seem to work with the nature of the mega cities. It is quite funny at points, but it does wear off quite quickly. It's kind of annoying at some points, but even though that seems to be the case, we are being stuck with this now for a little while. So make sure that you get used to it. It's just one of those things. This next one states right here, one thing I'd like to see that could be a part of the ships is that there is a place you can see samples being studied. The Terminid egg, the Terminid larva, and the automaton head being data extracted from them. Now, I actually think this would be pretty cool as far as an aesthetic standpoint, and having that as a little piece of an Easter egg inside of the game would be absolutely incredible on the Super Destroyer. Seeing the Ministry of Science actually working on the Super Destroyers, on the pieces that you are gathering and finding and bringing back to the Super Destroyer, could be a cool little piece. And even then, that may well route towards some new ship modules if you plan it out correctly. Let me know what you guys think to the comments on that one. And this final one states right here, the stratagem input getting cancelled when done quickly was triggering me so hard. Happened just about every time I tried to throw something. I thought maybe one of my keys was breaking. That one needs to be ironed out ASAP. Now, they have confirmed via the Baskinators announcement that we said about yesterday that they are actually due to fix that one as soon as possible, hoping for an update maybe tomorrow, potentially on Tuesday. It does need to be fixed really, really soon, though, as it is frustrating. But if you are having issues with it, my only input to it and a workaround is to input the codes a little bit slower. Leave like a second in between each arrow. Now, it's not ideal for some of the bigger ones, I'm fully aware, but my problem was the strafing run yesterday. Now, fortunately, that's only a 3-code input, so it didn't take much longer to be able to input them slowly, but it does work around it. It's essentially just getting confused at the mass input, how quickly it is you guys are typing it in. So hopefully they manage to rectify that one as soon as possible, but that's a little workaround for you guys. Unfortunately, though, that's all we've got time for today. The community has been a really, really weird place, and obviously with more players comes more controversy, and with more success comes more negatives. That's just the way the gaming industry works. I'm not proud of it, and it's not good, but unfortunately, that's what it is that we've got to work with. And hopefully the development team know that, and they are looking at this with a pinch of salt and not taking it to heart too much. I personally think that the game is a lightning in a bottle. It is that golden egg that no big development team were able to successfully input, and this little AA community of development teams were actually able to bring this one in and put it forward from their little office in Sweden. I've got a lot of love for Arrowhead, man. Let's make sure that we counterbalance this negativeness because it's definitely not necessary. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on. I appreciate all of your faces, but as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.